And theme song. Go.
Oh,
Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. It's 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000, yeah. Oh, all right. Not bad. Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well-Hungarian. Well, all right. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000, yeah. I'm gonna see you at the fun. What? Wash your jeans, bring your notebook, bring your jokes. We got a microphone at the phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Is this thing off? Oh, you're laughing at me. Still counts. Phone simulation, yeah. Phone simulation 2000. I can't hear you. I can't hear you in the back. All right, let's get this night started. I know you came to have a good time. Yeah, practice your jokes now. I'm gonna see you over there. Phone simulation 2000, yeah. 9/11 hasn't happened yet. I think Billy DeVoe is still together. Rico Suave. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation.
Yeah. Welcome to Fun Simulation 2000. That is Ian Ryland Smith over there, our resident dancer. You'll be seeing him later telling jokes. How's it going, Ian?
It's pretty good, but I think I just noticed something about the song that I haven't noticed yet.
What did you
After
notice?
a
It's
full
amazing.
year.
Yeah, you can learn new things after a year. What did you
I
learn?
think I heard him say 9/11 didn't happen.
Yet. Hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet?
It's the year
because it's the year
2000.
2000, motherfucker.
I haven't noticed that. A full year into this, today was the first time I picked up that lyric.
That's why Jar Jar Binks is involved in the song too. That's why it's a very Jar Jar heavy song. It's
Yeah.
Star Wars in the theater. Thank you, Ian. Yes, we are learning new things. Fun simulation. Kevin McComb wrote that song. Kevin is a bartender in Chicago. You can go support him by drinking at a bar in Chicago if you feel comfortable, or ordering a drink, pouring it into your pocket and leaving, and then rinsing out your pocket when you get home, which is my favorite thing to do in this jacket. It's got a lot of pockets. I like it. Oh man. It is my birthday. I only am 2 drinks in, which is amazing. I made a Manhattan and I realized I don't like vermouth. I hate vermouth. Why do we drink vermouth? It's a dad drink, so I decided to dress like a dad tonight. I am not a father, but that is what I'm going. That is the theme. This is great. I hope I truly hope everyone is having a really good time in COVID, because it's I think we could stop saying it's a trying, troubling time, because if you don't want it to be, you don't have to. You could just go to Iowa or one of the Dakotas or whatever. So like, I hope everybody's having fun doing whatever they do that is right. My wife and I both have jobs that could be, well, my job's going to be remote after COVID, and my wife got to work remotely very easily. So we are so far from the front lines. We are so far from the COVID front lines for a year. It is amazing. If this was an actual physical war, people would question our patriotism on how little it has affected our lives. People would wonder if we were communists or something. We are so far from the front lines. So on that note, I think people should be trying to have a good time the way they can. And I think you should all be trying to better your life. I think now you should be working hard. You should be grinding. You should be grinding at home. I know that's a weird thing to say, but you should all be grinding. Even if I don't want anyone to be dying, I want to see you thriving. That's what I wanted there. Even if your family suffered loss, you can still work hard and be your own boss. That's another slogan. When you get off of that intubator, you could go to your local startup incubator and start mining Bitcoin. That's another one I got there. I was gonna do more of these, but then I realized that last time I'm getting booed by comedians. Last time I had a good opener, I'm not gonna do any good openers. I saw that Conan O'Brien did a 2-minute bit on it about my peeing in Amazon water bottles and working for corporate. So I'm no longer doing that bit. I have to retire it. It got on TV first by someone else. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Stick around to the end for the fastest minute in comedy. You can save your final minute to roast me. I don't care. And if you're roasting me, I will not run the clock. I like to hear people roast me because then I know what they're actually saying behind my back. I get to hear it. That's all it really is. Let me hear what you really feel. Oh no, this is gonna be good. Everyone's gonna get how long should everyone get? 4.5 minutes. It's a decent limit. We'll do 4.5 minutes. I'll message you at 1 minute. Hi everybody at home. If you want to join in and you see this, message me and I will get you the Zoom link. What else is there? That is it. Reeds is open. Go drink there if you want. In a few weeks, I will be able to go there once I get the second Johnson & Johnson. The first one didn't stick. I want to get another one. It didn't take. It didn't keep. Ron, it didn't keep. I had to spit in a cup like Ron. Ron's going to talk about that later. I'm not going to jump on his bits. We're going to start this out with our first comedian. The only person in the room that is the same age as me, my cousin Ralph Anthony.
Hey, yeah. What's up, cousin? Hell yeah. That's it, baby. Late 30s. Oh boy. The next closest person to us is Michael Harrison. Hell yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's what happens. Fastly approaching 40.
Hey?
I mean, fucking fastly. Oh boy. It's frightening. It's frightening because I used to think 30 was old, and now I'm going to be 40, and you're like, oh, let's just push this goalpost back a little bit. Let's not jump to conclusions. Thank you, Patty Mansbach. But I'm happy to be where I'm at in life. I'm very happy, very fortunate, very lucky. I've been with my girlfriend now for the last 7 months, and it's been amazing. Because she has a little girl. She has a 2-year-old toddler. And that means that I am fastly approaching fatherhood as well. Not only am I approaching 40, but fastly approaching fatherhood. Really, it's stepfatherhood, but, you know, no one says they're approaching stepfatherhood. No, not at all. If you use the term stepfatherhood, the kids will now start babysitting you. That's how that goes. I like the idea. I love the idea of being a stepfather, but nobody gives it any respect. Nobody respects the stepdads because, like, being a father is something that's cool. You know, being a father is like drinking a pint of Guinness. You know, you're like, yeah, this is awesome. This is man shit. You know, hell yeah. Luck of the Irish. Being a stepfather is like drinking an O'Doul's. You're like, this tastes like piss. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yeah.
But I feel like being a stepfather is very important. I think it's more important than being the biological father because you're the cleanup dad. You're the cleanup dad. Like in the batting order of this little girl's life, I'm batting cleanup. And it's great. And I take it very seriously. Because it's my job to make sure that she doesn't grow up with any more daddy issues. I think it's awesome. It really is. It's amazing because I get to do things with her that her own father can't do. Like be there. I'm an only child. I'm an only child. My girlfriend's an only child, and she only has that one daughter. That makes her an only child. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's against the law for 3 only children to live together. So, like, when she talks about me moving in, I don't know. I don't know if she wants me to move in, just to move in, or the fact that she wants another kid. Like, I really have some questions I need to ask her. It would probably be the first time we're having another child is like, you know what, this is probably the right thing to do. I love being an only child, but I feel like we have very weird childhoods and that we don't really have them. I wasn't my parents' child. I was more like their independent contractor. I would always, we got stuck with doing everything, doing the laundry, cleaning the bathroom, raking the leaves. I was an 80s baby, so it also meant that I had to change the channel. Yes, kids in the room, you had to get up and physically change the channel. Dial. Well, you would grab the pliers that were on the dial to turn it. Okay. Real inside baseball for some people. Thank you, Laura and Michael. Yeah, give it up for poor kids. Oh, man. Listen, I got stuck with so much extra work as being the only child that it actually made me envious of those kids working in the Chinese iPhone factories. Because at least they got paid. Not much, but at least they were making something. Only children, we had very strange lives growing up. Like, technically we were part of the family, but realistically I was just the third wheel. Just sitting in the backseat of my parents' Toyota Camry while they talked in code about putting me to BED so they could have the SEX. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Ralph Anthony. Guys, some major news happened during Ralph's set. I died. I from COVID. I tempted COVID. I made fun of the vaccines and I died, and here I am. It's
God,
nice
I wish that was
here.
me.
All you need is the Zoom link. You can stay in touch. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm dead now on my own birthday. How tragic. Our next comedian coming up, Patty Mansbach.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna talk about aging. I'm getting a little bit older too, because I'm noticing like fine lines and wrinkles and getting really gut. I look so good. I was just meant to be an old person. This is, oh my God, like then and now it's like getting more beautiful every single day. I'm just gonna drop dead of my beauty one of these days. But my high school mascot, they were the Cougars. And I got some stuff that says Cougar. So when the gym opened up, I'm just going to wear it and be like, I'm ready, boys. Come and get me. I'm just going to be a Cougar. Actually, no, I'm going to donate it to Queen Elizabeth II because she's single right now. I'm back on the prowl. So she'll probably, yeah, she could use it a little bit more than me. She's the OG Cougar. I've been looking at the Oregon Humane Society because I want to adopt a bunny, and I haven't found the bunny, but I'm gonna name it Gilbert Hotfried, and I'm really proud of myself. It's gonna be the best 6 years I'm gonna kill the bunny. It's probably like 3 or 4 and then it dies. Just like Gilbert Gottfried's career. And my friend, she was saying that she hopes like medieval times, like she was wondering if they could survive COVID, and then I said, oh, well, they survived the bubonic plague, so I feel like we can go there. It'll be fine. I don't know. Oh, I have this Spanish tutor online on this italki website. It's really cool because there's this guy on the internet and I give him money and then he talks to me. It's totally wild, man. I'm going to wind up on 90 Day Fiance. That's just going to happen. Except I'm going to be the bad one. They're going to feel bad for my tutor and they're like, oh, he should go back to Costa Rica. I don't think she's terrible. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my dad in the mail, he just sent me some pepper spray and an alarm so I could, quote, fight the Proud Boys. No, Dad, I can't take on domestic terrorists. I don't have that in my capability. It's not. You never taught me how to fight, Dad. I'm not ready for this. Maybe I could take them. We got the space lasers. We can shoot them down. We're fine. who I am trying to fight. My orthodontist, the stupid bitch. Let me tell you what she did. Oh, she's such a fucking bitch. I hate it. You don't call your orthodontist a bitch. I was flossing my I was flossing my teeth and I broke my retainer. And then she charged me $400 to fix it. And I was, excuse me, I spent $2 on the dental floss. You got to get your prices to match. This is gouging, man. The moral of the story is don't floss your teeth. It's not really worth it. Let's see. How's COVID? I remember a while ago, like I lost like 100 pounds. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that hard. I mean, believe me, it works. Whatever. There's your advice for dieting. Though during COVID, I found about 10 of them, so that's been interesting. But one time I was getting blood taken, and I have like all this like extra skin, and the nurse is like, "Oh, you lost so much weight. You should really like tone up and get into shape," which is. I was ready this time. I spent the entire like lockdown. I've been doing so many push-ups. I moved apartments because I'm too tall. I was too tall to exercise in my last place. I moved apartments. I was doing push-ups. I got so swole, man. And then I went to get my vaccine. And then that stupid nurse, she said nothing. She said nothing about how strong I got. It's like, what part of this well-defined muscle do you want to put the vaccine in? Oh, I'm so... Yeah, I'm so mad. Or you could take my guns from my cold dead hands, and that's going to be hard because my new guns are attached to my hands. So that's just happened. I don't know. I don't know. Except I have like this internet guy I've been talking to for the entire pandemic. Just have like a pen pal, it's fine. I'm afraid he's gonna like want to meet up in person. So I had a thought. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get vaccinated. Maybe it's just not worth the awkward moments. I don't think I can do it. But then Krispy Kreme said they'd give you a free donut if you got vaccinated. I was like, okay, it's worth it. I'll do it. All right. It's a whole website of free shit you can get if you get vaccinated. But all right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Patty Mansbach. Guys, a big update. During Patty's set, I got thrown out of heaven for hosting an open mic up there. You don't really take too kindly to that. You can pick your facial hair down here, and I went with this. This is pretty sweet. Oh Lord, I'm just doing fucking Zoom filter bits. God help me. This is going so great. 2 comics in, and I'm already leaning on the filters. This is great. Our next comic coming up is performing from a comedy club in New York City. Ron Irvin.
Yeah, I stole the background, and now it's mine. Patty, anytime they bring you up, I just automatically, my brain just like hears Patty Mayonnaise for some reason, and I'm sorry. I don't know. Also, you're talking to the Humane Society because you wanted to adopt a rabbit?
Uh-huh.
Don't ever fill out paperwork to get a rodent. That's not how it works. I will go outside. I will get you a rabbit right now, okay? It is not that hard. Everybody, I am tired of being horny. Anybody else? Make some noise. Are we good with it? I want to be free of these shackles. Leave me alone. I want it to wither away and fall off at this point. I'm done dealing with this. I watched the documentary, praise the Lord. I watched the documentary and this guy had MS and he's like, one of the things it does is it's rendered my penis inoperable. And I was just like, God, I wish that was me. I'm just done with it. It's fine. Speaking of not having sex, I went to go see Mortal Kombat yesterday alone in a movie theater. Which is great. It's okay, I guess. I think I have some valid criticisms about it, even for a big dumb horror movie. But I'm not going to get into that now because I'm not that autistic. But this is the thing. Everybody was very polite the whole time. It's fine. But I never understand people talking at the movies, other than it just being rude, obviously. But like people who will sit there and have a conversation throughout the entire thing. You just paid $25 to have a conversation. A conversation. Do you know how few things in this world are actually free? And that's one of them. And you decided to pay for it. It's so stupid. I've never been like falling asleep and been like, this is great. But you know what would make it a lot better if it cost $10? Fuck you. I've never been hanging out with my buddy just talking. I'm like, you know what? I'm loving this. Let's take it to this next level and pay $20 and ruin people's evenings around us. But here we are. I was reading a article that stated that millennials are dealing with higher rates of mental illness than any generation before them. And I think there's a lot of reasonable explanations for this. You have late capitalism, you have global warming, et cetera, right? But I think it is also important to keep in mind that I saw a dude get fucked to death by a horse on the internet when I was 11. So You don't like bounce back from that. Did you know? And like 60% of my generation did as well. My whole youth was just being like, oh, that's what a beheading looks like. All right, now I'm off to 6th grade. Yeah, okay, goatee. Oh my God, Jesus. All right, it's fine. It's that you don't fucking. Why are we wondering about this? We're talking about getting older. We got Mark. What'd you say? You're 39? Oh no, Mark's in old Westworld now. He can't hear me. He can't answer. I'm 30 years old. I will be 31 in May. So I am a millennial. I'm guessing a lot of you in here are millennials. And you guys are slowly turning into boomers. And it's the most depressing fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. I am sorry that you're getting older. You're not happy with where your life is. Please don't take it out on Lil Nas X. He has nothing to do with it. I am just saying the generation that started real life adult Quidditch leagues should not say shit. Keep your mouth shut. Also, don't let Gen Z figure out that happened, because that's all the ammo they need. All right. If two 14-year-olds on Twitter with anime profile pictures criticizing Eminem are enough to make you blow a gasket, guess what? You're the one that's triggered. All right. That guy has been making music for 30 years and it has never been anything but music for people who don't wash their face. Shut the fuck up. It's pretty great. It's one. Oh, okay. Here we go. 1 minute. I don't know. It's just that everybody wants to blame the next generation without taking account for the fact that they are the generation that raised them, right? The cat doesn't learn to shit in the litter box until the mama cat shows them, right? That's how it works. I think there's something, I think there is something to be said about the fact. Oh fuck, what was I gonna say here? Fuck, I just lost my train of thought. All right, whatever, fuck it, I got the mic. Go. Praise the Lord. Give your time back to the room. Don't do comedy.
Yes, that is. I'm stuck in some sort of Charles Dickens It's a Wonderful
Summer
Life
camp.
flashback where I'm going back to summer camp.
What is that?
Where I decided to do comedy, and the choices where I can go back and see where I should have not done comedy ever in my life. I'll get through this during your sets. Yeah, our next comedian coming up is going to actually do comedy. Thank you, Laura Hogg.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That was an oddly inoffensive introduction.
Yeah.
So not make some sort of disparaging remark about my sex conduct, which is all right. Mark, so I was trying to think of a roast for you, and the only thing I could think of is if a penis were as long as it takes you to actually start this mic and play the theme song, it would be a huge penis. Okay, not funny, but I tried. Like, okay. Takes you a long time and you do it every week is what I'm saying. You know, Ron was talking about boomers. You know what? I'm Gen X. I'm not a boomer. I pissed my pants because of alcoholism, not because of age. All right. I don't drink anymore. So it's weird. I will say, I started stand up in really on middle age, right? So I've been watching, and everyone is so young in stand up. Most of the people I started with, right? And still most of the people who are in stand up come to it young. And I've watched my peers in comedy go through puberty while they've watched me go through menopause. I know I was going to have that experience. It's probably the closest thing I'll ever have to have children. But it is weird to say, wow, the booker on that show really filled out. Got taller and everything. Or to be able to turn to one of my peers on a show and be like, your mustache is coming in, and they're like, yeah, yours too. I will say, women reach a certain age, like middle age, the age that I am, and they feel like in society they're not visible anymore because they're not as sexually desirable. That's unfortunate. But I felt that way. I felt invisible. I really miss being seen. I really miss walking down the street and having somebody lean out of a car window and go, hey, bitch, want to suck my dick? Now they just lean out of the window and go, hey bitch, do you know where Trader Joe's is? And I do. I would have said yes to both, but the earlier one is just because I had such low self-esteem. But you know, there are a certain section of the population you know, that seem to still see me and give me a little cat call if I think that's what I need. Those are the men that drink on the train, or any method of public transportation will do. Yeah, you know, and not in the Mad Men kind of way, like going home to the Colonial in Connecticut. It's like no, this is what I'm doing with my Saturday nights, you know, and my Sunday morning and afternoon. Basically, men who live on the train and are drunk. Thank you. Also, men who masturbate on the train. I'm still an option, you know. Still fodder for their fantasies. I've actually noticed an uptick since I've been wearing the mask. I'm trying not to take that personally. And also men who masturbate on the train only after they can't find another male identifying person to fist fight with. You know, they're like, well, since I can't fight, I guess I'm gonna fuck, you know. So yeah, that's what I have to say tonight. Thank you. This was my dedicated to Mark Hornback, who is 56 years old today. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura Hogg. Christine gave me CPR. I am back. I learned no lessons through my experience of passing through heaven, hell, time, and in between. I'm still going to continue hosting this open mic until I die again. I did learn that if you are not below the ground, you can still be financially sound. And I want you to go out there and don't get cremated, get incorporated. There you go. All right, our next meeting coming up from Chicago, Bontrager.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, I have to run behind the curtain. I was like, no, today I'm being lazy. I'm not doing the curtain because why should I get ready for someone who I always forget? Is your name Mark? Adam? I don't I was gonna make a list of bunch of white businessman last names. I couldn't think of it. Let's see here. I don't know if meet Mark. He's got the only mic in Chicago that was a joke and then turned into reality. You know, like live the dream, baby. What? Make another joke mic where we're all rich. Everyone's a millionaire at this open mic, and then you know, you're some kind of prognosticator. Speaking of prognosticators, the guy who made twist it, pull it, bop it, you know, he was a real innovator, you know, making the toys, making the kids happy, making us do the exercise, you know, but I feel like he's you know, the pitch might have been weird, you know, like guys, I got this toy, you gotta twist it, you gotta pull it, you gotta bop it, you gotta pop it, you gotta spin it, you gotta lick it, you gotta breathe on it real slow, like, and then you gotta say, hey, I got it. Yeah, Henry, we like the first three parts. Can you just simplify it? I think we got a good prototype. And would you stop masturbating in the office? It's getting creepy. Thanks. I'm tired of all this. Here we go. I'm tired of all these suicide letters. You know, everyone's like, oh, what's my suicide letter gonna be? Like, man, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna keep these fireworks fresh for when I kill myself? I want suicide fireworks. I don't want a letter. I want to wait, hope someone finds my body where I've scooped the eyeballs out and replaced them with Cadbury eggs. I want to, you know. And the notes and you know, like the manifesto that's 35 millimeter film prints with delivered custody to Quentin Tarantino. I want them to see the fireworks and then come. I want it to be like, you know, like Jesus's birth and shit like that, you know. Suicide fireworks. Don't tell them it's for your suicide. They'll get
Yeah.
weird. Just tell them it's for the next 4th of July. They'll get really stoked about it. You're like, I'm trying to get prepared, when you go in during February. God damn it. How do I shoehorn this in this time? Anyways, I was researching Elon Musk, found out he's dating someone named Grimes or something, Such a dumb angle. Oh, I don't understand the names of people and artists. But anyways, I hear she punches apples just for being fruit, but don't tell anybody. I'm gonna modernize West Side Story. It's gonna start. It's gonna be really empowering. It's gonna start with a shot from outer space. It's gonna zoom in to Margot Robbie masturbating, and it's gonna go to a macro shot of her flicking her bean. It's just gonna be like, it's gonna boom, boom. It's gonna be really close. Like those movies that start out with like nature and the cells and stuff, and then I'm gonna, instead of the snaps, all the snap fighting, I'm gonna replace that with claps. I think that'll be better. Let's see here. I got the Backstreet Boys here. They're pretty great. You guys remember them? This is my this is my letter that I wrote when I was really young to the Backstreet Boys. Dear BSB, why is Brian the front man? He looks so old. I think Howie would be a better fit. He's so sweet. That part in the teeth, it's so cute. And also, who invited Kevin? Is he the drug dealer or is he just your tattoo artist? I hope you aren't razzing Nick too much for being the youngest and not having his driver's license yet. I could totally teach him how to drive or something. Has anyone in the band done acid besides AJ? Anyways, great. As all you guys are always great, and here's my audition tape in case any of you want to quit and become a manager at TJ Maxx, because it's called Backstreet Boys and there's too many men in this band. You should hire me. That's how that works. So kill yourself responsibly. Don't blow your fingers off when you're lighting the fuses. Thanks.
Yeah, Bontrager with the really depressing shot. Oh, man. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. Our next comedian is plugging his latest comedy in the Zoom chat. You could go and do it on the stream too. Please welcome Michael Harrison.
Yeah. Oh, so happy to have you back from the dead. Thanks for coming. I'm jacked. I'm out here in the South. I just finished headlining some club in Myrtle Beach last weekend. I think in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I met more people that believed in Bigfoot than COVID. Right, like the amount of people that came to my shows wearing their masks on their chins. For those people there who do believe in COVID, I think they can catch it by contemplating. Apparently that's the way to do it. I don't know. You guys are talking about poor. I actually was very poor when I started stand-up. I was so poor I used to sleep in staircases at hotels. And it's funny, I told no one about it. I remember I was once at a mic and a comic invited to drive me back home. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm at the Radisson. And he's like, really, at the top floor? And I was like, no, I'm between the third and fourth one. It's funny, even as a comedian, just even as a person, I was very gullible. It took you could give me a small compliment and I could glean a lot of self-esteem. That was one thing I noticed I had when I was young. I remember a scam modeling agent came up to me when I was 17 or 18 and is like, you're hot, you should be a model, right? And I believed him. You know why that's funny? Is because I was a virgin. I literally went from "Will a girl ever kiss me?" to "People should pay to look at me." And the most interesting thing about it is this agent, he only had like 6 teeth total. It was great. He's like, "You're beautiful." I was like, "I could also eat an apple." Yeah. Yeah. So it's and I'll tell you how it went down. I actually went through with it. And this model shoot they made me do, they put me in this back alley. He made me take off my shirt. He oiled up my chest. He put me in these tight leather pants. And then he asked me to look tough. Right? I wasn't wearing a shirt. I was like, I could look cold. Right? One thing I didn't even know is that I have blue eyes. And for anyone who has blue eyes, then you know, we're very actually naturally sunlight sensitive. I didn't know this at the time. Because when you model outside, they have all these tools that refract natural sunlight in your face. So as they're doing this, I immediately started crying through the entire model shoot, and I couldn't stop. You know what I mean? Like through a whole model shoot, and the photographer got pissed. He's like, "Come on, be tough, act like a lion." I was like, "I'm trying, roar." You know what I mean? It's like the most embarrassing situation. Like there were people who needed to go through that back alley to get to work, but they came in and they're like, "Oh, there's a snuff film. Let's go the long way." You know what I mean? Let me think. What else? It is funny about being poor. When I was poor, I remember I used to fantasize about being on Price is Right. I think that was my retirement plan. You know what I mean? There'd be a time where I was like, I just need to do well on Blinko, and I think I could turn my life around. You know, that's all I would need to do. Because I only like watching game shows with poor contestants. Right? They're way more fun. Not like Jeopardy, where everyone's rich. You know? Like you see, they talk to the contestants. It's like, "Oh, I own 4 businesses and I'm an engineer." You know? And then he gets a daily double for 6,400. And he's like, "Cool." Right? Like that's the worst. You turn on Price is Right. I once saw like a kindergarten teacher win a washer and dryer, and she almost dry humped them. You know what I mean? Like that's how jacked she was. One thing I feel like is very interesting about oh, I got the light. With that said, yes, I have a sketch in the chat room. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube. Thanks so much, and I hope Mark doesn't die again. Don't die, Mark.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael Harrison. There are a lot of people that have joined the Zoom chat late. I died earlier. I was revived. I came back to life. I didn't learn anything useful.
When did this happen?
Like a few minutes ago, I died. And I went to heaven, and then I went to hell. And then I went
okay.
to time. You missed it. It was
got a real Undertaker over here, don't we, Ken?
It was a lot of Zoom filtering. It was
I love that.
Zoom filters. But yeah, and so if the people that join late, I see a few of you. I won't start the clock for you if you're roasting me, so you can keep roasting me. It doesn't matter. I want to know what you're saying behind my back. Say it to my face. No, that's just that's how it goes up. Okay, our next beauty coming up. Look at him in this beautiful prairie. Ian Round Smith.
Yeah. Thank you. I've only got one roast for you, Mark. Don't let anyone out there confuse you for one of those Boogaloo boys with that Hawaiian shirt you got on.
How old are you?
You look like you went to a sad bachelor party. Look like you haven't shaved in days because you're sad. All right, I don't think I have any more. Yeah, on to jokes. Technology really started picking up pace in terms of advancement when we figured out that it was not a good idea to burn women as witches when they knew how to do math. She's a witch, burn her! I'm not a witch. Oh, yeah? Well, if old MacDonald has 8 chickens, 4 cows, and 3 pigs, how many animals does old MacDonald have? 15. Why? 15, huh? She's a witch! Burn her! Oh, shit. My mic unplugged. Okay, here. It's better now. Yeah, it's math is misogynistic. There's a lot of equations named after men. Pythagorean theorem, Newton's fundamental laws, Lagrange's theorem, and then there's an equation that was invented by a woman. Do you know what it's called? It's called the Witch of Agnesii. Which sounds cool, yes, but they couldn't just use her name? They had to call her a witch? Like what, they burned her and then people went into her house and were like, what the fuck are all these circles? Wait a minute. There's something. Let's steal her home and not give her credit. Yeah. Men kind of suck. And it just amazes me sometimes the ways men try to convince women to fuck them. Like they just say the most insane shit and they're like, wow, she's gonna love to hear that. That's just really gonna get the juices going. Like there was this woman who told me about this one dude who was trying to impress her by saying he could do edge play on a silk sheet for 2 hours and couldn't get off. And that was why if they got together, she wouldn't be able to get him off for like 2 hours. What goes through someone's head? They think like, wow, bragging about fucking a thin layer of worm shit is definitely gonna get me laid. Men are, what the fuck? And I absolutely love it when I hear women complain to me about other men because it makes me feel better about me. Because they're talking to me about other dudes being fucking idiots. And I'm like, I'm an idiot, but I'm not that idiot. So I'm entertained. All right. Yeah. The only good way to get to fuck someone is just get them to talk like 80% of the time and they'll think you're interesting. Works every time. Doesn't just work on women, it works on men too. I used to think there were 3 girls who were interesting until I realized I just liked the sound of my own voice. Yeah, it's in that one book that serial killers like How to Win Friends and Influence Others. Good book. I kind of like it, which is why I don't buy guns or knives. Oh, thank goodness. 1 minute. So there's this new drink that the bars have. They call it the Heartbreaker. And it's actually a very literal name because it's a shot of vodka and 2 5-hour energies. It will literally break your heart. Quite literally. That's all I have for you. I'll quit torturing you.
I was just in hell. That wasn't that bad. No, I'm
Yeah.
let's get one more time for Ian. Ian was talking about female mathematicians. One of the most prominent and famous female mathematicians of all time was Hypatia. She was murdered to death by a band of Christians for doing math, by the way.
Ooh, baby.
I know this sounds like it was ripped from today's headlines, but it was 400 AD. Point that out. It did not happen last week in Alabama. We don't have to go down there and tell Texas what the real number of pi actually is. Oh my God. Our next comedian coming up is Chilongo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday, Mark.
Hey,
But I learned something else recently. Not only are you 30 fine, but last week it was your wedding anniversary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's right, Mark. So all I got for you today, as a man who's been married for almost 10 years, is some wedding advice, marriage advice for you, so you can keep on keeping on. And the thing you're going to learn about from me today is something called disproportionate response. My wife always says that I'm the one who's guilty of disproportionate response. If you don't know what that means, think of Travolta at the end of the movie Swordfish when he's talking about the terrorists. If they attack us, we blow up their church. If they invade us, we bomb their planet. You know, you get the idea. It's just going way overboard with anything. So, for example, last week, my wife tells me that she now falls asleep to the voice of Idris Elba. Okay. Now, we both have trouble sleeping. The difference is I snort melatonin pills to fall asleep. She, on the other hand, uses that Calm app. You know, it's that app on your phone with all the different celebrities that read stories to you and they help you fall asleep. So she listens to Idris Elba every night to fall asleep. Now, I got jealous, but first I got annoyed because, first of all, wow, how stunning and brave. Way to stick it to all those racist Indian moms and dads who've been racist to black people all these years by catching feelings for the most attractive black man in all of bloody fucking London and Baltimore, Idris Elba. Why don't you come back to me in a couple of years when you start developing crushes on that dorky, goggle-eyed wearing fuck from the Spike Lee movies? What's his name? Pookie or Mookie? Oh, Spike Lee. Yeah. Once you catch feelings for him, then I'll understand you really do like these men. But anyway, I am jealous of Idris because I know that my voice will never soothe my wife to sleep. I sound like this, but it gets even worse, okay? Because sometimes when I wash dishes and the water spills on the spoon and it hits my chest just right, all this water gets on my chest, my shirt starts to tighten, and I squeal. I go, You think that's romantic? I basically sound like a Florida State sophomore being chased around Panama City Beach by Joe Francis and his goons. And by the way, all of you teenagers who grew up in the 90s, when you didn't have cable, you looked forward to those Joe Francis and Girls Gone Wild commercials, all right? I know, I can tell all of your ages because you all recognize it. Joe Francis is tall and he's got black hair. He's basically the Eli Roth of smut. So anyway, that's my blast from the past. But here's the thing. My wife likes Idris Elba. He helps her go to sleep. I too have developed a crush on a British person myself. She happens to be one of my Peloton instructors. And she's, how you say, massively fit in it, as the Brits would say. So I guess what I'm coming down to, Mark, is this. When my wife tells me that Idris Elba helps her fall asleep, and I, in response, say, when my Peloton instructor is on the screen, I want to lick the screen. Now I'm the asshole. So that's an example of a disproportionate fucking response. So the key to a happy marriage is to learn how to fight fair and not go overboard with a disproportionate response. Now, I'm a cheap bastard, so all I'm going to give you for your birthday and your wedding anniversary is 10 seconds back to the room. Happy fucking birthday, Mark.
Yeah, let's get it over with faster. Oh man, we have a thing at work. This is hilarious, guys. This is so funny. Where we can't do this, like, because somebody complained and said it's like gross looking, so we can't do thumbs up or thumbs down because they have children. They have children that shouldn't see that. I don't know. I really don't know why we can't do that, but we can't do that anymore. It's very strange. Oh my God, our next comedian coming up. I'm super excited. Holy crap. Sam Taha!
Yeah.
Oh, hello. I suck at roasting, so I have no idea how to roast. So happy birthday is all the roasting I have for you.
Yeah, starting the clock.
Hello, I am Sam. Mandatory mention. I'm from Egypt. All of the jokes that I'm saying more relevant. I hope you guys can keep a secret, but I am half vaxxed. I don't know how it's happening in Chicago, but over here, everyone and their grandmother is vaccinated already. But I'm keeping it a secret. Like, this is the most people I told ever since I got vaccinated, because I'm so sick of this annoying Instagram announcement that everyone, my entire feed right now is just vaccination cards and band-aids. It's the new I voted sticker, and there is no fucking elections. So like, I'm so sick of this. Also, I'm keeping it a secret because, like, I didn't tell my family. Because I, like, my family back in Egypt, their options are either to get the Chinese vaccine or the Russian vaccine or the Egyptian vaccine, which is not just experimental, it's hypothetical. It doesn't exist. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep this to myself, because back home, my family's best option is to get blood clots. It's either this or AstraZeneca. So I'm not gonna tout my first world vaccine and their third world faces. Why not? And I also think it's there's a lot of confidence in being vaccinated and not talking about it. It's what I imagine how it feels like to own a big penis. something that I can't relate to, but I'm guessing it feels something like this. You're just walking around with this, what the kids are calling BDE, big dick energy. I have no idea what that means. But I'm going to be rocking that PVE, Pfizer vaccine energy. Just going around, touching things, hugging people. And people will be like, oh my God, he's so confident. He must have the Pfizer vaccine. I feel bad for Dutch people. Any Dutch descendant here?
Woohoo!
Oh, really, Laura?
A little
Dutch
bit,
descendant?
yeah, part
Okay.
of it.
Yeah, poor Dutch people. Dutch people give us a lot of good things. Dutch people invented the microscope, the telescope, the cassette tapes. And all what we know about them is weed, hookers, and when somebody farts under the covers. That's all what we got from their culture. And I thought the camels and pyramids reputation was bad. Poor Dutch people. Also, the worst tourists in the world are Greeks and Egyptians. We're the worst. Like at least when white people go on tourism, they're like, yeah, let's go see some culture. Let's go experience other people's culture. There is none of that in our cultures because we always think that our culture is way more superior to any other people's culture. So we go to Europe or America and we're like, oh, so how old is this? Like 1,000 years old? Oh, grow up. Come back when you have some culture. I have a confession to make. I am a grown man who drinks plain milk. People look at me weird when they see me with milk. They're like, you're drinking plain milk? Are you like a serial killer or part of a cult or something? What's going on here? And I drink milk because I have heartburn and milk help pushes the acid down. That's why I'm walking around town with a bottle of milk. People are like, but Sam, why don't you just take heartburn medication and do long-term damage to your body instead of being disgusting? I didn't know. I grew up watching your television and I used to always see the cowboy drink a glass of milk after a long day of gunslinging. That was in your culture. What happened? I'm now more public about my alcoholism than I am about my lactoism. Started drinking milk from non-transparent cups, and if I ever get caught, people are like, what are you drinking? I'm like, White Russian. I was sober and I relapsed. That's more socially acceptable. And that's my time. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Sam Taha. I do think the oldest man-made thing in the Americas is the obelisk in Central Park because we stole it from Egypt. We had to steal something cool and all.
Maybe the Central Park one because the one near Washington is yours. We didn't.
Yeah,
that one.
no, the Central Park one it was stolen from Egypt. Also, does anyone want to trade vaccination cards with me? I got the first dose of Pfizer. I'm not trying to rush or lie or anything, and I got Pfizer, which is the good one. We all know. However,
hey,
it's the good one. But I got it in Indiana, and my card says that. My card has the state of Indiana, so like I got the shitty Pfizer. So I'm embarrassed. Like people are gonna think I'm fucking from Indiana. Okay, our next meeting coming up might be from Indiana. I probably should have cleared that before doing this intro. Entreat.
I actually went to college in Indiana.
Oh,
so, yeah. So
sorry to hear that.
Quick roast for Mark. Mark is so fat and old. He qualified for the vaccine twice.
Damn. Ouch. Ow. Ow.
I think
getting
Ron
them
was
both.
talking. I think Ron talks about Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited to see the new Mortal Kombat movie because I'm pumped to see something where Asians actually fight back for once. Speaking of martial arts movies, did everybody see that one new Kung Fu Marvel movie? The trailer just dropped this week. What was it called again? Captain Asian America. What was it called? No, yeah, it's called Shang-Chi. I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. Awkwafina's in it, and her superpower is that she made her black scent disappear and pretended that it never existed. No, I hope the movie does well. I want to support it. I want to go watch it because I want to see Shang-Chi in the main Avengers movies. I want to see him because I think that they have so many different characters there. That's the one thing they're missing, right? An intern. So, all right. Yeah, my name is Antreat, and it's Vietnamese. The first part is kind of translates to kind of like older brother. It's like a term of endearment. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a term of endearment. So it's kind of like, I don't know how else to explain it in English, but it's kind of like daddy, right? When you call somebody like a sexual, it's like that. It's kind of like that. So like my name's like Daddy Treat. That's just, my last name is Tran. So I can never start a drug cartel. I don't think the name Tran Cartel would be that intimidating or strike the fear into hearts of my enemies. Now, so we're talking a little bit about the vaccine. I think that the government pulling away the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that's just a massive waste. I would have taken it. Like if you give me the option, let me take it. Because I was eating at Chipotle during the height of the E. coli scares. Like I don't care. I fully don't believe in wasting things. And I think that at least we should do what we do to the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, to what we do with the losing teams in the Super Bowl, their t-shirts. We should give it to a third world country and let the kids have their, I feel like that we shouldn't be wasting things. But that people are getting vaccinated. I feel like the pandemic is, like the light at the end of the tunnel, right? See that. And I knew the pandemic was going on for too long because a lot of my non-comedy friends were starting podcasts. And I was like, once I saw that, I just knew it was time. I'm actually kind of upset that none of my friends reached out to me to start a podcast. I would have done it, but I just want that ego boost. I'm ready, I'm ready for reacclimation into this post-pandemic life. And I think I'm done with post-pandemic small talk already. Like I've already met a few people, and please never ask me what vaccine I got. Okay, like if I hear that one more time, I'm going right back into lockdown for a month. Right? Like ask me something, get to the point. Right? Tell me what the weirdest thing you jerked off to during quarantine. All right. Okay. That's what I want to know. Okay. I'll start. You go first. Okay. Avatar hentai. All right. Done. That's it. But anyways, thank you guys so much. My name's Antreat.
Thank you, Antreat. Fun simulation. That's mine. Thank you very much. We're going to keep rolling through. We got a big list. I want to power through it a little bit. Settle into what the heck's going on? Settled into a little bit of a rhythm here. Our next
Birthday echo, baby.
Yeah, I don't know where that goes, but I'll deal with it once I hit the replace spotlight button on Jolly Bean.
Yeah.
So my friend recently sent me a parrot and told me it's a singing parrot. Really? Let me try. So I go ra ra ha 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 ra ma ma ga ga oh la la, and the bird goes ra ra ha 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 ra ma ga ga oh la la. Wow, not bad. So how about this one? So I go Maya hee, Maya hoo, Maya hoo, Maya ha ha, and the bird goes Maya hee, Maya hoo, Maya hoo, Maya ha ha. Wow, the bird is awesome. Can you believe that? But what if I try something with lyric? So I go, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Suddenly, the bird bursted out laughing. Girl, I can sing, but you know how to fly? Huh? You're pulling my leg. But I didn't pull his leg, or he will fall from the perch. Or pull one's leg. Why not pull one's legs? That's more efficient, right? But probably in my case, it doesn't make much difference because most of the time, the bird only stands on one foot. Anyway, I'm not surprised the bird can sing and talk because my friend is a genius bird trainer, and his workshop brings him tons of money because all the birds he sells will fly back. You know what? My stage name is Jolly Bean, and I named the parrot Polydin, and I want to further develop the character as a bird that's smarter than I. But later I realized I don't know what jokes a person smarter than I will wrote. So I never finished that story, unfortunately. So you can tell I'm a singer. Yeah, I was once hired to sing at the funeral, and I chose the song I believe is the best fit. Another one bites dust, another one down, another one down, another one bites dust. Unfortunately, the client refused to pay me and shouted, "Are you crazy? You know that song is written for bachelor's party?" Oh, that's such a picky client. But I'm glad they like my second song. And that song is, we will miss you. So you see, I'm a Queen fan, and I used to work on a commercial for the anti-dandruff shampoo, and later we chose a song, we chose a Queen song that becomes the introduction of that commercial. I'm just piecing the man that used to be. That's a perfect fit. And I heard, the National Rifle Association is recently recommending a Queen song to memorize the shooting victims. And that song is, "Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever?" Yeah, thanks. That's my time.
Yeah, Jolly Bean. Thank you very much. We're going to keep rolling, guys. Get ready to get brainy with this next knucklehead. Gregory Matthews.
Oh, thank you, Mark. You're a true hero. I've had a really strange weekend. If that was Jolly Bean, you can call me Sad Legume today because I'm just having a rough weekend. As you know, I work at a Chicago area university, and I fell out of compliance with my COVID testing, and I had my access to my office cut off. I got tested on Wednesday, and I got a negative test result Thursday night. And on Friday, my access wasn't turned on yet, but I snuck into my building to get books on my iPad so I could, teach and do my job. And they sent the campus police to kick me out. So I was removed from my building on Friday. And since then, I've gotten a formal reprimand from the dean. So not good. And then I found out that I've had a delinquent credit card for 6 months, and we no longer have electricity in our bedroom because my wife was trying to install a towel rack, and it's been sad. So when I get down, I like to talk about things that make me feel better and that mean things to me. And so in honor of Mark's birthday, I want to talk about something that's really important to me. And this is a Dutch horror film from 2009, the movie Human Centipede. It brings me so much joy. So for those of you who don't know about Human Centipede, you knew it was coming, did you? Did anyone know it was coming? The movie Human Centipede is a brilliant horror movie where this scientist, he kidnaps 3 people and he attaches them mouth to anus, and there's 3 people in the human centipede. And spoiler alert, the guy at the front of the human centipede, he slits his throat. And boy, I got to tell you, I would have lost this bet because I bet everything I owned on not the front guy killing himself first. I thought it was going to be the third guy. That's just what I thought. Here's the thing about being in a human centipede, though. If you're an accountant, for instance, or there's a ton of jobs, you can do your entire job the exact same way with or without being the front of a human centipede. If you're an accountant, it's tax season, and you're in front of a human centipede, you just go, that's fine. I'll just go do my job. Because the thing with being the front of a human centipede is it's just a pretty minor issue. It doesn't really matter. On the grand scale of things, the front of the human centipede, if you're in a human centipede, is really kind of good, which is why I want to start the saying, I had a front of the pede kind of day or a back of the pede kind of day. For example, I got the vaccine. It was a real front of the pede kind of day, or it was a real back of the pede kind of day. The campus police removed me from my office. you know, things like that. It's just really not that big a deal. If I was kidnapped and put in the front of a human centipede on a Friday, I'd have the detachment surgery on Saturday, and I'd be back to work on Monday. And when I got back to work on Monday, I'd ask for a raise based on my leadership experience that I gained on Friday. There's very little difference between a leadership seminar and being the front of a human centipede. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. I don't even know if this is good material or not, but I refuse to give up on my human centipede material. It's just I'm too attached to it, and it really feels too attached to me. Because I'm a human centipede. Okay. I didn't set a timer. I have no idea what's left, but I have some half-baked. Oh yeah, great. I have some half-baked material about the firefighters. So everyone's protesting the police lately, and they say things like, you know, all cops are bastards. ACAB, and they're going to run this, but no one ever protests firefighters. You know why? Because firefighters don't act like the police. Imagine if firefighters showed up to get a cat out of the tree and they just shot it. That's what firefighters do, right? They still go and get cats out of the tree, right? Or like if the fire department shows up and they just start harassing people, the firefighter would be like, "Hey, you a fire? You look like a fire." I'm like, "No, I swear I'm not a fire." The firefighter's like, "Look, I'm just trying to help you. If you just admit you're a fire, I can help you out." I'm like, "No, I'm not a fire." God damn it, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. It's a good firefighter, bad firefighter. And finally, do you think any cop has ever made it all the way through police academy and then failed out because they couldn't direct traffic? I'm Greg Matthews. Follow me on MySpace.
Yeah, thank you, Greg Matthews. If anyone hasn't seen Human Centipede, you're at this open mic. It's the same thing, mouth to anus, back and back down the whole line. Just kidding. Our open mic isn't that. It's more. I like to think of our open mic more as a Rat King. I don't know if you know what a Rat King is, but you could look that up on your own time because we're blazing through. And I'm really excited to introduce our next comedian, Chicago's very own Kevin Cullum.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Give me a minute here. Hang on, this thing's being really fucking weird because my sound is way off. Give me a minute. Sorry. This is really confusing. Okay, wait, there we are. So, I've learned some things in quarantine, like everybody else, that I don't like about myself. Everyone says, "Oh, I'm getting better. I'm losing weight," or everyone's gaining weight and maybe getting a divorce, right? Maybe that's how they're losing weight. They're losing dead weight, the person they live with, right? For me, I've gained weight. One of the ways I've learned that I've gained some weight is, do you ever pull so much lint out of your belly button that you feel that lint could just be another sock? You know what I mean? Like you have that much inside of you. I shouldn't be able to put loose change inside an orifice of my body and get it back very quickly. That bothers me. It's a little questionable, Kevin. You know, I'm going to McDonald's so much, they know what I want, and I'm not ordering it in advance. I come in, I'm just like waving at the door, like, okay, all right, sad bald guy. Let's do the sad bald guy special. I don't think it's on the venue, and I don't think they should say it out loud. I don't think they should shout it to the back of the restaurant for the people cooking in the back. The sad bald guy's here. You guys know what to make. That's not ideal. They shouldn't know my name like that. And my nephews and nieces shouldn't call me that. And they don't even know the people at the McDonald's. So I don't understand why there's so much correlation there. Another thing, I heard someone saying, we shouldn't have people posting about vaccination stickers. I'm sick of everyone posting their, Mark, have you seen this? Have you seen this thing? I'm going Jay Leno. Have you seen this? Do you know about this? You've seen this. It's the vaccination stickers now. People aren't supposed to say that because I'm sick of hearing about it. I don't want to hear about your vaccination sticker. I don't want to know about it. Now, those are people that either, one, don't have their vaccine yet, okay? Two, are anti-vax, but don't want people to know that they're fighting against the non-existent lizard people that live amongst us, right? So my thing is, if it is like an I voted sticker and it annoys you and you don't like it on your Facebook, number one, put your phone down. Number two, it is like an I voted sticker. And you know what I voted for? Reality. I voted for reality. You know, this thing that we've had for a long time, this present this present reality that we're in of facts of right and wrong. You know, I'm sorry, it's inconvenient to you, but there's no cheat code for this thing. All right. We had to pay a bunch of dudes at Harvard to figure it out, and we're going to pay them a lot of money. All right. I don't want the computer chip in me, but you know what? I'll put my social security code into this anytime I want to watch pornography. So go fuck yourself. All right. All right. If you can masturbate to someone on the other side of the world, I'm pretty sure you should be able to give Bill Gates, Bill Gates, your life source. He should be able to clone you and turn you into an avatar for the new Xbox. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the Xbox Adam Quaslow. It's gonna be a game. Adam's gonna be stuck inside the game, but I don't know it, and I'm playing him. And that's really what the vaccine is for. It's so I can turn my friends into people inside of a video game. I'm done. These are ideas I wrote today, and I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, Kevin, calm.
Best ending.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad to know that. No, seriously, my vaccination sticker says "Hoosier Health," and it has a map of the outline of Indiana. So I'm never going to show it to anyone ever, except like, okay, I'm not even going to say it. Okay, our next comedian coming up. Holy crap, he's here, Adam Quaslow.
Praise the Lord!
Whoa.
Bam, 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 bam. But I sent my back sticker to a beer company and they gave me $7 because they don't know I'm sober. Hell yeah! Thanks, Sam Adams. That's a promotion they're doing because they realize that if life is able to come back, they'll make more than $7. Yeah. Happy
Get that money,
birthday,
Claus.
Mark.
birthday,
Congratulations.
Mark.
Your parents fucked once? Hell yeah. My dad fucked my mom without a condom, and that's braver than anything I've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish, in case you haven't seen my face at any point. And people know that we get circumcised. If you're not Jewish and you are circumcised, please stop stealing my culture. Just staple it back on. But circumcision is very important in Judaism, which is a religion where you're not allowed to get a piercing. You're not allowed to get a tattoo. You are not supposed to modify the body that God gave you, except for this one part. The pesky little foreskin. See, that's God getting mad at me for putting this out.
That vaccine is not taken.
That's guys. Hey, they don't have a vaccine for fucking phlegm in your throat, but that's like God made you in His image. He just did not have time to sand it down. Is the problem? When I was a kid, there was this candy that was super popular called Warheads. Selling point was that they were unpleasantly sour, and we loved them because even from an early age, we understood that we did not deserve to be happy. Right? And we would compete to see who could put the most of them in their mouth at once because we were from the suburbs and we didn't know how to fight. So the only way we had to prove how tough we were was to eat a lot of candy. But what they didn't know is that I was running mine under the water fountain to wash the citric acid off first because I am a Werther's original bitch. I hate when people say that divorce is sad. Divorce is fucking beautiful. Like getting a divorce is like getting a tumor removed without anesthetic. Like it hurts, but it's gonna save your fucking life, right? Like I guarantee if my parents stayed together, one of them would have murdered the other. They were able to get divorced, so they got to die on their own. Like my parents reached a point where no matter what happened, they were gonna fight. Like I watched my dad storm out angrily from my bar mitzvah. My Simpsons themed bar mitzvah.
Oh no!
Of course.
And he took the cardboard cutout of Homer Simpson with him. Yeah, have you ever seen a grown man pissed off carrying Homer? It looked like Child Protective Services found out about all the times he strangled Bart. And like my mom's first crush after the divorce was my best friend's dad. Yeah, Pratik, we're not close anymore. We didn't fall out or anything. It's just he was athletic and he could beat me in video games. He had enough he could brag about. Last thing we needed was his dad fucking my mom, right? And don't get me wrong, his dad was a great guy. I can't say a bad word about him, but he could definitely take my dad in a fight. And if your dad fucks my mom and beats up my dad, that ends every argument instantly. You can tell me my name is Derek now. I can't fight against it. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that when kids have a sleepover, it should be their idea. Okay? Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, you just got to challenge that guy to a warhead.
That
eating
line about the
contest.
dads, dude. Oh, man,
Praise
that was
the
awesome.
Lord. Praise the Lord.
Praise your dad's best friend.
How does someone
of
how does-
dads,
how
we're
does
gonna
someone
keep rolling,
fucking
Kev.
your mom make you a cuckold? Like I don't know.
We're gonna keep rolling. I want to.
No, let Kevin finish his thought.
You do it in the fastest minute. I don't give a shit, but we're gonna keep rolling. Here's a friend
feist-
and sometimes co-host, Pratik Srivastava.
Yeah.
Pratik.
Look at me exuding my co-hostism. Let Kevin finish his thought. What was that? This is cool. This is real quick. Can we wish, give it up to the well-hung Hungarian Mark Hornbeck? Hells yeah! Happy birthday, sir. This man has given me more sources of employment. He is the reason that I still am able to do Chicago comedy. So if you hate me, blame Mark Hornbeck for keeping me alive financially. Hells to the yeah. I love me some Mark Hornbeck, looking like a well-dressed Daniel Stern from 1992. Look at you right now. Look at that. Look at that mashugana. Did I say that right, Adam Quazzo? Look at that mashugana. Look at that. Look at that right there. Hells to the yeah. I think Adam Quazzo's father took that Homer Simpson cardboard cutout to Moe's Cantina in off the blue line. Kevin Calvin knows what I'm talking about. For those of you in the Zoom sphere, if you're downloading this on MTV2 right now, however you're watching this mic right now, there was a bar in Chicago that illegally had copyrighted Simpsons memorabilia all over the fucking bar, and they ran a show there that went horribly. Of course, like why would the show go well? Somebody tried to throw a battery at me when I did that show. So R.I.P.
It was battery night. It was free battery night.
It was Springfield auto fired battery night where they just.
I've been there and I swear there was just batteries laying around.
Yeah, right. Like, what is that? Yeah, no. Meanwhile, it reads they don't throw batteries at you. They just play cool movies on the VHS and they have a Playboy pinball machine. So big ups to that. Yeah, we don't do that. That's fine. This has been a fantastic week. I tried to go out to eat recently. I was like, okay, I want to be on human contact, kind of. And I've been fully vaxxed. I got the Pfizer dose, which is the Blu-ray deluxe edition of vaccines. Am I right? I big ups to the Pfizer dose. Pfizer dose. I figured it out. Pfizer dose is the original Karate Kid. Moderna is Cobra Kai, and Johnson & Johnson is the Jaden Smith version of Karate Kid. That's what that is. Yeah. Why did I punch the air like that? We know what's going on. So I went out to eat. And I found a hair in my food, and then I took one look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you know what? I can't complain about a hair in the food. Look at this face. You can't be complaining about hair in your food when you look like this. Like I look like I could do tech support for Z Top. What the fuck is wrong with me, y'all? So you cannot complain. Now I got to walk into restaurants. I got to wear 3 hairnets, 2 down here, 1 up here. I'm triple fisting hairnets, y'all, when I walk into restaurants. We know what the fuck is going on. Okay, so this is the big reveal. I've not told anybody this. This is all real. This is the first Zoom thing that I did at the start of pandemic. So I will reveal this news to you. Nobody else knows this. I've been cast in an upcoming Disney movie. I've been cast in Jungle Book 2: Mowgli's Depression Years. It's coming out soon, you guys. Yeah, it's a great movie. Just 30 minutes of Mowgli trying to look up how to properly invest in cryptocurrency. It's a great fucking movie, you guys. Coming soon to Disney Check Minus. Yes, you heard me correctly. Not Disney Plus. It's coming soon to Disney Check Minus. What's on Disney Check Minus? just the movie Jungle Book 2 and old episodes of Viva La Bam. Am I right, you guys? Yeah. We fuck with some Viva La Bam. Like the real praise the Lord is creepy Don Vito, who's dead. And he was also he had to register as a sex offender. It was a weird fucking show, but it was one of the solid spin-offs to the Jackass series, because I think Wild Boys, I think PETA hated Wild Boys because they, harmed animals. So if you want a Jackass spin-off that is PETA approved, check out Viva La Bam and Viva La Raza and Viva La the Well-Hung Hungarian and the Kevin Bacon of brown people in the Chicagoland area. Mark Hornbeck knows the most brown people. You've heard my spiel, but Mark Hornbeck knows so many brown people. He knows brown people that I don't know. He is my brown people Yoda. He navigates them. He also knows Kim Thale's dad. Kim Thale, of course, from Soundgarden. So some big ups to Well-Hung Hungarian. And Woo Kim Thale. That's the real Lord, if I'm not mistaken. It's Kim Thale, or Brown Chris Damon, as I like to call Kim Thale, you guys. All right. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Fun Simulation. Thank you.
Yeah. Check out my LinkedIn if you want to see all the brown people I know. That's where
that's the real Simmer Brown is your LinkedIn page.
That's what it is. Here's the most tavern in Chicago. This is really the place.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Avenue. They got sued by The Simpsons for this. The Simpsons like, we are losing money because people think this is Moe's Real Tavern. There's no possible way. How do they fucking think that? And were you
Matt
thinking
Groening
Moe's
just kicked
Cantina?
into the door and said, knock this shit off.
Moe's Cantinas is different. Were you throwing a battery at this place or the other one?
No, I was throwing at this one.
Okay, yeah, because I swear to God, I was playing pool there and there's just like a pile of batteries on the rail. It's the strangest thing.
It missed. I know how to human frog or duck and duck. I know what's going on.
The George Bush duck. We're gonna keep going on George Bush duck. Our next meeting coming up.
George Bush duck.
George Bush duck. George Bush duck. Ying Vigilin.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mark, to let me in. I'm sorry I'm late. So I'm taking a late night writing class. So tomorrow, so I got a homework. I wrote a 10. They actually will submit the ABS, CBS, NBC, the channel. So here I got 10. Probably not enough time, 4 minutes. Okay. The latest research shows coronavirus variants has passed 4,000. So scientists are racing to figure out coronavirus next chess move. It sounds like human now. So maybe only robot can outsmart coronavirus now. Okay, that's not doing a thing. Okay. According to NPR, Biden administration spending $60 million per week to shelter unaccompanied minors at the border. That's about $770 per child per day. Cost to taxpayers. It sounds like our daycare cost for American kids per month per child. So in other words, daycare for American kids sounds more like child labor camp. Okay, still not funny. All right. John Boehner was on the TV again, promoting his new book titled On the House. So in his book, he says how crazy and stupid Donald Trump was. When a reporter asked him, did you vote for Trump then? 2020, he says yes. Apparently, Republicans are not selecting the brightest for the country. They're picking winners for the family feuds. All right, no response. Okay. Tiger Woods posted a picture in leg brace with his dog after his latest car crash. I feel cheated. It's a dog and not hookers. He put on a spotlight this time after car crash. All right. Still nobody doing the thing. All right. After calling pandemic a hoax and being a hardcore anti-vaxxer, Ted Nugent tested positive for COVID-19. You heard that news, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Judging by his QAnon stance, I was surprised he didn't call his horrendous coronavirus flu a raging cancer. All right. Still nobody think it's funny. All right. Next one. Okay. According to an article titled Men's Sexual Health in a Men's Magazine, it says low fat and a vegan diet lowers testosterone level and libido in a man. So I'm like, thanks for the tip. Now women across America can say, no meat, honey, for dinner to save troubles for later tonight. All right, still not to laugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So next one, Caitlyn Jenner is in the news again. He announced to run for California governor. Apparently, transgender fame is not enough for him to become her. So she wants she wants people to figure out her pronouns in the governor's mansion. That's my time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yo.
Thank you, Ying Vigilant, doing some homework tonight. I like it. I also like the instant feedback as well provided to yourself. That's always good to see some like the self-awareness. Our next meeting coming up, I don't know. I don't think he's ever been here before. Joe Villas.
Yo.
Check out my new state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind, futuristic mask, anti-cloth. Yeah, we've been on that mask mandate for so long, even anti-maskers like myself have a favorite mask. This is what a fat man needs so he can help stop the spread, and cops can still see that he's white. All my life, as a kid, I've always wanted to be a superhero myself. So I joined the boxing gym. Now, I don't need a weapon. I am the most dangerous weapon. So there I was, the Batman of the minimum wage. I just didn't have a superhero costume, a name, or a car. And I got the scanner so I could listen to police activity at my bat cave, located at Mom and Dad's. At 20 years old, I was ready to fight crime. So to fund my crime fighting, I became a criminal drug dealer. Can you imagine a drug dealing occurs and then I come out of the shadows, beat the shit out of a drug dealer and turn them in just to get rid of competition? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine me fighting myself? Almost had me. Catch that tweaking. So one time I had to go and deliver to 2 customers, one on foot and one on meth. And I was almost meeting the first one when he called, yo, maybe we shouldn't do this tonight. There's lots of cops out. Come on, man, put your big boy panties on and don't piss in them. Hold on to them. I'm going to be there right in a second. Just as a car pulls up behind me, thinking it's my customer, I turn around and it's a cop. They come out of the car, and I recognize these 2 cops as they stopped me before for doing the exact same thing. Nothing at all. Like walking around your own neighborhood at night is a crime. And so, first thing is ask when they approach, where's the weed? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah? What's that? Pointing at a stun gun out, sticking out of my pocket. Hey, yo, that's my flashlight. Yeah, so I was detained. And so I'm sitting there reading the police report for mistakes, and all of it was a mistake. First, they classified me as Caucasian. And despite having, when they found me, they had 2 cans of tactical control pepper spray, law enforcement use only, another stun gun at 20 million volts, what they described as a 4-bladed throwing shuriken knife, just for decoration. That's what it's sold as. You can't even flip it open like in the movies. And 5 bags of marijuana. So I was charged, despite having 5 bags of marijuana, I was charged with simple possession, not with intent. So I can't get mad at them for letting me off easy because they thought I was white. And there was also another charge, possession of dangerous weapon. How did they know I had how do they know I went to the boxing gym? Turns out, despite all the weapons I had on me, including myself, they weren't mad about that. I was charged for that shitty piece of decoration. That's my time. Thank you for your time, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joel. I almost started recording because I thought I was gonna get a free T-shirt from Funniest Home Videos when you tased your ball. I was just waiting for one of those kind of accidents. It was thank you, Joel, for coming down. We got one more comic, and then we're gonna start the fastest minute. Stick around, and you get to do a minute after our next performer. Very excited, Tristan A. Smith.
Hey, how's it going? Keep it
Yeah.
going for Mark. Give up a
Hey.
round of applause for Mark for having a birthday and doing
Yeah,
his
I'm
hosting.
still doing this.
Yeah, this is also it's weird because I'm trying to do this, Mike, and also watch the Oscars. So I will periodically look up from the screen to see who died this year. So don't don't hate me for that. All right. Anyway, what I want to talk about. I went to a protest the other day. Well, let me give a little bit of background. I mean, I'm from Chicago. And I don't know if you guys have been watching the news lately, but Chicago is one of many cities that's had a kid get killed by the police in recent days. And no matter how you feel politically about the situation, it is a sad thing to have happen that like a kid has died. And, you know, so me and a few friends went out to a protest in order to just like, at the very least, celebrate the life of the kid. So, you know, it was, as far as protests go, it was kind of a good protest, so to say. Like nobody really got hurt while I was there. I got to curse out the mayor. It was a very fun time. Had no complaints. Then after the protest, me and like another person of color were heading to his car to like drive home, and there like a group of white people like walking next to us, and we're walking all in the same direction, and all of a sudden we passed by a couple of cops nearby, and all of a sudden the white people just start cursing out the cops, like, "Hey, fuck you, cops! How do you sleep at night? You killed a 7th grader. What's wrong with you?" And me and the person of color that I'm with don't say a word. And I remember thinking, like, at first, I was like, I guess, does that mean that we're not brave? Does that mean that like we're scared or something? But I realized no, that's it's coming from the exact same place. Like we're both outraged. Like, you know, people of color and white people both have the same outrage about what happened. We have different ways of dealing with it. Like any person of color who's outraged by a kid getting killed, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna talk to the cops. They kill kids. Who knows what they could do to me? Any white person's like outraged, like, yeah, they kill cops, and I'm gonna complain to management about it. Like it's the same mentality, it's different ways of dealing with the situation. Okay, that's not funny, but it is exactly what happened. I swear to God, that will be funny maybe someday. Another thing that happened recently, me and another friend were talking to each other about getting the vaccine. You know, I'm pretty excited about being able to get the COVID-19 vaccine because I'll be honest, I'm scared of the disease. I don't want to die. It's like this is my lifeline. And I was saying that to my friend, and all of a sudden she sort of leans into me and she says, "Hey, Tristan, I say this with love. You're not in perfect health. Are you sure you want to take the vaccine?" And I was like, yeah, that's why I want the vaccine, because I'm not in perfect health. What do you think medicine is? Like, I'm not just taking like maintenance chemo. Like you do the things because you're sick. Like you don't do things because you're healthy. You know, like it's not like I've never understood that in my entire life. But really, I do kind of get what she's saying. I guess essentially my friend was saying, "Hey, you're my friend. I love you. I want you to be okay." And I've heard that sometimes people can have some rough side effects from the COVID-19 vaccine. I get that. I understand her logic. However, you know what can kind of hurt people who are less healthy more than the vaccine? Is the virus. That can actually be a little bit worse on you if you're not in perfect health. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain that to her. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm much rather like happy to have like a fever than like lose my breath in a hospital. You know, like I don't know how to tell her that. Anyway, again, I don't know why I expected me to turn this mic around. It already it died a few comics ago. What did anyone
during who?
Is that
During who?
I'll say during Pratik's set. Why not? I'm just blame someone I know for this happening. All right, I got a minute left. I don't know that I was doing much with the first few minutes. I'll do this one last thought that I kind of like. I don't know if you guys are familiar with QAnon, if anybody knows what QAnon is, but if you don't know, QAnon is a group of conspiracy theorists whose conspiracy is that there's a group of child molesters based in Hollywood. And those same people go to church. Now, I don't know if you're looking for a group of elite child molesters, but have you tried the church? I think that might be a decent place to start. Like, I don't know how to tell them that call is coming from inside the house. That's it for me. Keep it going for the birthday boy and your host, Mark Hornback.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. I'm broadcasting for Mr. Pollo.
Didn't they have some like health problems or something? Like
They've never had health problems ever.
Also, Mark, didn't you get where did you? Oh, yeah, that was the snack shop. Never.
Yeah, the snack shop game.
Did you just confuse Mr. Pollo with Tamale Guy?
No, not Tamale Guy. Don't Tamale Guy never. No health.
No, don't. It's not Tamale Guy. I was confusing with Belmont Snack Shop.
Tamale Guy got COVID. He's okay now, though. But
Tamale Guy is a mythical creature.
I'm just gonna point out the only place that I've ever gotten scromiting sick for a couple months from burned down to the ground, and maybe that's a coincidence.
Mark, did you burn a place to the ground?
Ooh, I didn't.
He pulled a Seth Rollins, yo.
Wait, Mark, the Whip Theater gave you food poisoning?
Oh no!
An insurance money claim number 22148.
No.
To be fair, I said the Abbey, but nobody heard it because
I muted everybody because we're gonna do the fast minute of comedy. Unmute yourself real quick and go on camera so we can get this going, and then I could go to the bathroom. That's kind of what I want to do after this, Mike. Is use the restroom. Amazing. Okay, we're gonna start this out. If you've never done it before, you get 1 minute. I just bounce to the next person, go on camera. It's a lot easier on me. We're gonna start with I think the second performer of the night, who was it? Was it Patty?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty Mansbach.
Yeah, Patty, thanks for sticking around.
I try to write some roast for Mark. We'll see how this goes. Mark, does your wife know that your last girlfriend was a blow-up doll? Have you told her that yet? Is she let that out of that thing? I know Mark is so clingy. I bet like on his first date with his wife, he's like, "But what are we? We need to talk about us." It's just like you gotta get on that level. I don't know what else. Oh, Mark is such a wuss that he like cries when he chops onions. Not like the scent or anything. He's just already has formed an emotional attachment with them. It's real weird.
Onion bitch.
Do you think Mark hosts the open mic to hide that he doesn't have a personality? He's just slide that under the radar. Mark, how many drinks in are you? How many are you in? I'd be drunk all the time too if I looked like you. That's that's all I have. I don't know how to. Was that too far?
I don't even
Not
know you. No,
Thank you.
Wait, I gotta murk these kids. I'm playing the Fortnite. I play in the Switch lobbies. What do I got here? Yeah, I think everyone. There's a PSA. I know everyone's gonna be really excited when COVID ends, but just you need to tighten your butthole now, because if you don't, all that anal is just gonna make those poops just fall out like loose change. God damn it! I was gonna be mean to Mark, but you're so sweet. All right, go to the next person.
Oh, the next one, I gotta find him. Who is it? Ian Ryan Smith, are you here? There he is.
Go, get in there.
Go, Mark. If you drink heavily tonight, then tomorrow morning you're gonna be the well hungover Hungarian.
Yeah.
Well hungover. Wow, what a comedy night, right? Am I right, you guys? Y'all did a good job. We all did a good job. We did great things. We changed the world, some people might say. We changed it. The world will never be the same. From here on out, the world fundamentally is different. I'm going off script right now. I didn't write anything down because I'm a total hack and I don't actually know how to do comedy. I just talk. And people listen. I don't know why they listen. They just have nothing better to do, I guess. Okay, go on.
You want to go, Copeland? Go.
Mark, you're such an egomaniac. For weeks, you've been running this show. It has two hosts, Mark and Anthony. Mark and Tony. Where the fuck is Tony? What did you do with it? Mark, your mic is called Fun Simulation. It should be called Fun Stimulation, because the only way I can get off and stay awake for this is when I staple my balls together. Mark, the U2 album that invaded my iPhone is like the dick pic for girls. Nobody asked for that shit. You know what? The Fast and the Furious franchise has got some new additions. Christian Bale shed 300 pounds, so now it's called the Intermittent Fast and the Furious. Vin Diesel drove into hell. Faust and the Furious. The King community has joined the franchise now. The Fist and the Curious. I returned spoiled yogurt. Cancel culture. Done.
Kevin, call him. Go, go, go,
Let's give it up for Mark, the birthday boy. I still call him a boy because I believe even if he is however old he is a boy. Okay.
Boo.
He won't give this up. Like there's some things you just gotta say, hey, you're a 10th year senior at comedy school, buddy. All right. And if your grades aren't up to muster, it's time to maybe go to a trade school or something. Also, I appreciate that Mark dressed like a dad who's definitely not going to get his kids back at a custody hearing. You know what I mean? And I like that. I like he's also he's dressed like the member of a family who has to come out and make an announcement when they're the member of the family that committed the crime. You know what I mean? I really want to apologize for my son Justin. We were working on him, and he's gone down. We were praying with thoughts and prayers of community. We give our support to everyone at the high school. We understand that Justin's been a very bad.
Adam Quaslow,
go. Guys, give it up for Mark Dresser for this mic. Like he's going to sell us a used car later.
It's really his car.
Yeah, the thing is though, it's enough of a roast when we're all going to be back at Reed's and new comics are going to hate on his wife and she's going to say I'm married and she's going to say, oh no, I'm married to Mark. And they're going to say, haha, no, but really. That's all we need. That's when we're all going to be back. Also, I just wanted to work on this part of the bit I did earlier that if you're an adult and your parents are still together, you should have to go to war. I don't think you'd be a better soldier or anything. We just don't need you. Like, you haven't seen enough conflict. If you've never thought that you were the reason your parents were fighting, you are the reason a customer service rep quit. You know? You may be capable of self-love, but you're also capable of screaming at a cashier because he won't take expired coupons. Bye.
Yo. Real quick, Tristan asked if this room knows what QAnon is. Look at this fucking room. This room is 95% QAnon. Look at these faces. It was a fucking badass. Mark, I can't wait for your lawyer ad to be available on a park bench. Like you're just. All right, that's it. Good night.
Yeah, we're gonna jump back to Jolly Bean because she put her camera on for a minute. Go.
Hey.
Go.
No, I don't often talk about myself in comedy. You know what? My father teaches nuclear science, and my mother teaches socialism in China. So how can I continue with my story? I don't know. So, I recently went skydiving, and it went well. You can tell since I'm here telling jokes, but. Actually, I was reluctant. I was really afraid and reluctant to jump off the helicopter when it's my turn. So actually, it's a kick in the ass. Yeah, thanks. That's my time.
Go.
Ying Vigilant, go.
All right, guys. Late night TV continues, okay? You heard the news, the Minneapolis, that woman police officer shot the 20-year-old young black man to death. Because she said she mistook the yellow taser as her black gun. So did she literally think the orange is the new black? All right. Okay, and Andrew Yang leads in the polls for the New York City, the mayor primary. If he wins the New York City mayor, we can all move to New York City. And if New York's still not affordable, we should demand his UBI for cryptocurrency. That's it. That's my joke. That's it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Joe, thank you,
Go.
Go.
Okay. All right. So a coworker of mine was excited to tell me and show me his new piece of shit car that he just bought. And he was talking about how he wanted to get his windows tinted because he likes to drive around without wearing a seatbelt on. He doesn't want to get pulled over for that. You're white. You're not gonna get pulled over for that stupid shit. You're more likely to get pulled over with tinted windows because they can't see if you're white. I'm done.
Boom. Smith,
Hey,
Dude,
I
Tris.
didn't know this was gonna turn into a roast. So I don't have much. I just got to say that Mark has the energy of an incel who thinks it's voluntary. It's like, no, I chose not to date. They didn't choose not to have me. I can get a woman anytime I want. I think I'm just quoting myself. Never mind. All right, that's it. That's the joke. I guess it's
Go.
mostly on me. All right, go.
Yeah. Hey guys, thank you all for coming out. This has been probably the second worst birthday of my life besides last year. When I thought there was a higher percentage of me dying, and now I'm half vaccinated, it's only the second worst. So thank you all for coming out.
Mark, do your Paul Giamatti.
We're That's my Paul Giamatti. That's my Paul Giamatti. We're gonna play ourselves off with a little Zen music right now, and then see you all next week. Okay.
All right.
Hey, Pratik, after Mark's Paul Giamatti, can you give me an Iron Sheik real quick?
You want me to yell during this thing?
Bye, guys. Fun.
Bye, Ying. What is that?
Fun simulation.
Really
WTF
slow ass movie.
Signs off for the evening. We appreciate your local community support.
Yeah, it picks up there. Thank you guys.
That movie is so slow.